Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta break myself of saying guys every time I fucking do my intro. Um, yeah, I'm wearing my bandana today. As you can see, I tuck my ears under my bandana, so it's a little weird. But, Alicia, why? Anyways, if you look at my pic, oh, by the way, welcome to Tune Tuesday. Sorry, everybody. Look at my pic. I filed it down last night or the other night, and I made it really pointy, so I can. The other night, I was experimenting, and I learned how to drop my guitar to drop D, which but yeah, I learned how to drop my guitar into drop D. Uh, so I've been fiddling around on my guitar a lot lately. Um, I really haven't been doing too much of songwriting since I've posted all of my up to date videos of the composers and shit like that. Which one recently has been it's probably really quiet for y'all. I'm really sorry because it's in the high strings. So it's quiet all the way around. Hold on. Let me take my tremolo off. It keeps bashing into my leg and I can't get it to stay in one spot. There we go. It's off now. That's not in tune. I'm really sorry about that. That one's not in tune. But yeah, Tune Tuesdays. Like everybody recognizes. I play a little bit. I talk a little bit. Uh, let's talk about influences here on music. A lot of people's influences are like classical rock and a lot of good stuff like AC/DC. You got AC/DC out there. You got Guns N' Roses. You got Led Zeppelin. You got fucking all those classical hair metal bands that the nowadays generation considers classical rock and roll. Creedence, Clearwater Revival, uh, uh, I'm sorry, I used to know all sorts of fucking classical rock bands. It's I've become too in depth into my own metal cocoon to remember some of the shit I used to listen to. Foreigner, Journey, a lot of good stuff, you know. A lot of people have those kind of like influences and shit, and you know, I'm right on the border, but I'm on a border that goes in an X with a line through it with another line going this way. So basically, I'm on the very center of an asterisk sign. I got metal influence, like the nowadays heavy metal, death metal, screamo metal, all combined into one because I like all metal. It's just I don't really like. I don't like screamo metal. Just don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, okay? All right. Uh, let's see. Uh, Metal mainly, hair metal, metal, grunge metal, heavy metal, death metal, black metal, folk metal, Corporate Kleining, by the way, just to let y'all know. Corporate Klein. Uh, there's that's just that's just basics within the metal area. That's just one of the slivers. Then I have my indie rock sliver, which is what kids consider nowadays to be their alternative rock and roll. Which, if you're a '90s kid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. By the new generation, the ones that were born later on in the '90s, like 96, 97, 98, 99, like those years, they consider the indie rock that came out after the alternative rock era, which was '90s rock. It, there's a big difference there. But I have that sliver because I do like some indie rock, and then I have my alternative rock, which is just a wee bit bigger because I am a '90s child. 91. Uh, so that was a big influence in my life. I also have my blues influence. I have uh, indie rock, alternative rock, metal, blues, rock and roll, old school rock and roll, like Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Uh, you got your of course like Led Zeppelin. You got your fucking Def Leppard. You got your Pink Floyd. Shit like that, those are influences within the rock and roll era that I have. And then in the sliver next to that is my my most bursting stage of life, which was techno and dubstep, which I fused them together because I don't consider dubstep to be music. It's just people pushing buttons on a fucking beat maker thingy with fucking electronic music, house music, whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay? And then you got your techno, of course, which is in there with dubstep because it's not really music, it's samples and shit like that fused together to make a really sick beat. You do have a little that there's a very thin, and I'm not talking about like the gap at the top of my fingers. I'm talking about I'm not talking about the little itty bitty sliver here in between my finger, the top of my fingers. I'm talking about this itty bitty. I can't even get it back to. There it is. There it is. An itty bitty sliver right there. You see that? See that? That's the itty bitty sliver, which is rap. I don't listen to rap that often. I'm not a gangster or what some of these little white kids out here think there are. That makes my forearm, my bicep look really tan and my forearm look really dark. Anyways, it's a transition of light bouncing. Here, let me bring the light closer. Whoop. Oh. Anyways, you got all those influences because I don't listen to rap that much, so I don't listen to no R&B, no R&B, nope. R&B is a no. But I have some reggae in there, but those all go into the same little sliver of like the rap, reggae, hip hop, a little bit in there. But then the next sliver next to the techno and the dubstep in the asterisk, and it is about the same size as my alternative phase, my 90s alternative rock phase, which is punk. Now, punk bleeds into metal because of punk metal. And punk is just this beautiful thing that was created for your average rebellious white kids like I was at one point in time. It speaks to you in a way, which I'm not talking your Blink 182s or Sum 41 or that's pop punk. You want real punk? You go look up Rancid. Go look up some garbage. Go look up fucking some horror pops. That's Billy Punk, rockabilly punk. You go look up some fucking Anti-Flag. Two bands I suggest to you if you want to really get into punk music. Rancid and Anti-Flag, and that's going to open doors for your mind to explore the internet into punk music. Now, a lot of you are probably sitting there going, "Oh, those are cliche punk bands." They may be cliche punk bands, but those are like the bases for my generation to get into the punk world and take off at this fucking steep ass punk taste they have in this roller coaster of punk that there is, because there's garage punk bands out there's trash punk bands out there's fucking the punk list is endless because of what happened with anarchy in the UK, and that is not punk. I don't care what anybody says. British punk is not the same as American punk. Period. Now, the two bands I just suggested to you are probably from the UK, and I feel really bad if they are because I just told you that British punk isn't punk. but it is punk. It's not American punk. So, anyways, that was my last influence, which was punk. Which my digression into music goes rock and roll with blues at the same time because of my father, hair metal because of Ted Nugent. My mother got me into Ted Nugent, and then I progressively went into punk because of my sister, and as punk started to die out of my veins, my sister introduced me to a band that a lot of you know and think are fucking just amazing, but I haven't listened to any of their newer stuff. I refuse to since Paul Gray died. And Sid's leaving the band, so I'm not going to listen to any of their music. I'm sorry, Slipknot, but it's what happened. And I just gave away the name of the band that my sister introduced me to, which in my mind was probably the darkest music I've ever listened to in my entire life. And I went on this whole spree of Slipknot, trying to find darker music, heavier music, angrier music. And I did. I progressively got darker. And my mind became this warped darkness of metal, heavy metal, metcore, death metal, black metal, folk metal. Fusion metal, fucking thinking metal, fucking metal, metal, metal. My brain turned into this black mass of a metal ore. It hasn't been forged yet, or smelted into an iron, or a silver, or it is this hunk of mineral ore. And it is dark because I prefer the heavier end of metal, which thinker metal and shit like that is kind of like towards the lighter side of the metal spectrum over here, where hair metal shit like that is. I'm more over to this side. Death metal, black metal, heavy metal, metcore, and that's that's how it became me. That's how the music influence has taken into my life. Which, trust me, I still listen to blues, I still listen to rock and roll, I still listen to indie alternative, I listen to alternative 90s music, I listen to rap once in a while if I'm feeling all gangster like. But there is one band that I will never stop listening to, and a lot of you think it is poser music, which I have been raised on this band. It was a huge influence on my life. It opened up my eyes to a lot of different, like, alternative music and hipster music, which I don't listen to hipster music because they are not hipster music. And they are called the Gorillaz. Now, I have seen a lot of people dogging on people that listen to the Gorillaz. I have listened to them since I was probably 8 or 9, okay? I've been obsessed with them since then. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. Don't diss on a band because you don't like it, because there are people out there that do like it. And another tip for you, don't diss on the band or the people that like the band because they like that band. There's nothing wrong with that music. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. Now, you can take that into many sorts of forms. Just because there's something wrong with a person doesn't mean you have to dislike that person. It doesn't mean that there is something wrong with that person. Just because you dislike that person doesn't mean there's actually something wrong with that person. Now, I'm not saying go out there and fucking start disliking everybody because society says we shouldn't. You guys out there say we shouldn't, but Hold on, let me grab a drink of my unbranded soda here. It's branded and copyrighted, so I'm not gonna put that on on my YouTube. I don't want to get out of good standings, YouTube. Anyways, I've been rambling for 21 minutes about music and whatnot, but that's what Tune Tuesday is for. Anyways, let me get back on track a little bit here. I'm probably going to make this a 30-minute video for Tune Tuesdays. I hope you all appreciate the longer vlog. You probably don't want to sit through and watch me just ramble on about bullshit. Okay, back to the Gorillaz. I have listened to them for a very long time, and I have said this, and I won't allow you to hate me because I just listen to a music that you don't like. Just because I listen to it doesn't mean you have to listen to it. I'm not going to make you listen to it. I'm going to suggest it to you whenever I get a chance to, if you allow me to suggest music to you. And if you haven't listened to them and you think it's poser music, maybe you should take a second out of your life, more like maybe 30 minutes, and actually browse YouTube. Browse YouTube. Browse Google, Pandora, and browse for Gorilla songs. Listen to them. Take 30 minutes out of your day and try them out. If you don't like them, you don't like them. That's it. Hands washed. Wiped clean. No more fusses. But if you do like them, you have to turn around and you have to apologize to every single person you have called a poser. Now, I'm issuing this challenge to anyone that has called a Gorilla listener a poser. But as well as I will take 30 minutes out of my day, and in the comments down below, write a type of music like screamo music, because I think screamo music is a poser music of metal. Write a band down. British punk. Write a British punk band down. I'll listen to it. And I will take 30 minutes out of my day. I will listen to your bands that you suggest to me. Tell me the genre that you think it is. Tell me if, and give me a song. Give me the artist, the song, and I will go find more of that certain artist. I'll listen to rap, whatever you guys throw at me, okay? And if I think it's poser music, I'm going to state in the reply to your comments, poser, checking it out. And expect me to take 30 minutes out of my day to listen to this music that you have suggested to me. Now, if I don't respond as poser music, we have very similar tastes in music. This even goes for Christian metal, because Christian metal, in my eyes, is absolute poser fucking metal. Metal isn't meant to praise a deity, or metal is to express the feelings of, I can't say hatred, because not a lot of metal nowadays metal is about hatred and fuck you and rape and shit like that. But some of it is, like the older stuff, like Cannibal Corpse. Fuck you with a knife. Come on, Cannibal Corpse. Fuck you with a knife. Boom, perfect example right there. That song is like hatred incarnate. He's going to fuck someone with a knife, period. Just by the title of the song, come on. Anyways, you guys take some time out of your day. Leave me some comments. You can even do it on my Facebook. I'm linked. My Facebook is linked to my fucking channel. Go to my channel. Go to the links, and you'll be able to find my Facebook there. Go leave a comment on a status right on my wall, whatever, leave me whatever, and I'll go listen to 30 minutes of that music. But if I can't make it through fucking a minute, I'll tell you, and I'll make next Tune Tuesday all about my responses to your music. Please, please cooperate with me. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna like it, okay? That's just, I have my specific tastes. I will go and try something. I will. It doesn't mean I'm going to like it right away. Just give me some time. Alright. I'm going to cut the video here, guys. I really hope you enjoyed me just music. Because, come on. That's what Tune Tuesdays is all about. I was supposed to have a guest on today, but she never responded to me and she kind of blocked me on Facebook. Shit happens, I guess. My bad. I'm sorry. I just totally washed my hands of you. Shit. You blocked me, what the fuck ever. My heart's still beating. I ain't broke. Deuces. Alright, everybody. You know the routine. Because my video is going to be flipped around, I'm going to point here. Like my video. Subscribe my video. Do. Okay? Go to my channel. Watch some of my other videos. I don't know why I pointed over that way. Go to my channel. Watch some of my other videos. I would put a annotation right here on my face, but I haven't figured out how to use annotations. But anyways, go to my channel. The subscribe button's there too. There's a support your YouTuber, me. Come on, fans. If you like hearing me talk, show me some love, guys. Not just, it's like you're here. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry to throw you under the bus. If you comment like that, show me some love other ways. Watch my video. Go watch. I'd put an annotation right here for Spooky's House of Jump Scares. I just tweak out and fucking scream and bullshit and almost shit my pants a couple times. But if I could do an annotation, I'd do it right here. I have a Cabal playthrough, which is not a playthrough, it's just gameplay of me bullshitting. It's only 3 episodes. I've tried doing the 4th episode, but I deleted it, and it was really, really shitty gameplay. And that was what it was. I lagged through the whole goddamn game. I'll get on and test it today, see how it plays. If it plays well, I'll make a 4th one for y'all. But I got that. I need to work on the Dead Frontier, thank you. I don't know who I just thanked, but Dead Frontier, I need to get on top of that. I need to get me a planner so I can start writing this shit down. Anyways, tomorrow is Wednesday. Leave some comments. I'll leave a status up tonight saying, leave me some comments for a video tomorrow on reading your comments. Last Wednesday, I did it the same day as reading your comments, which wasn't a very smart idea on my part. But anyways, I'll leave one up tonight. Go to my Facebook, or you can do it in the discussion part of my page. You can leave comments on this video or last week's reading your comments videos and watch that. I have a couple more Tune Tuesdays. I think I have 3 now. This will be the 3rd one, so I have 2 others. I have 2 classical Thursdays, which Thursday, Ludwig van Beethoven. Hope you all are excited for that. I need to sit down and actually take probably the rest of today and tomorrow to do my research on Ludwig. But yeah, go to my channel, watch some of my other videos. And as always, I'll see you beautiful motherfuckers in the next video. I'll see y'all later.